Happy morning, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. Glad to see you here. Remember, you can always watch the recording of this webinar on, the YouTube. I'll just type in the link here, youtube.com/Rob Booker. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel when you stop by there to do that. That helps the show in some way. I'm not exactly really sure how that helps us. It probably just gratifies my vain ambition and makes me feel popular.
It makes you feel special, and that's really the most important thing.
But we do love you, and we are doing this for you. And for right now, it is free. So welcome to the webinar. Wes, I think we need to add more sessions for all of next week.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Does anybody want to come next week and do this again, Monday through Thursday? Does anybody else want to do this? Yeah, everybody wants to do it. All right, that sounds great. Bill says, I bet you cannot make it through the entire webinar without saying the word blows. Now, that doesn't count, Bill, because I'm just repeating your sentence. I bet we can make it through the entire webinar without saying that something, you know what. I bet we can do that.
Oh man, that's like my favorite word.
Okay, welcome to the session today. Lots of fun stuff going on. Yesterday we were backtesting, and when we left off, what we did was, I'll just review it very quickly. We were backtesting a robot. It was a trend trading robot, and that trend trading robot was based on Knoxville divergence, and it was based on the 5-minute or the 1-minute chart. Which was it, 1 minute?
Yes, it was 1 minute.
1 minute chart, and we used the 60-minute chart as to filter a little bit which trades we would take. Does that sound like a fair assessment of what we did?
Yes.
Sounds fair to me as well.
Yeah.
All right, we were trading the British pound New Zealand dollar, and what we promised to do was add a few new filters or a few things to the trend trade, and we've done that. It's ready to go, and we're ready to do a little bit of testing here. We were trading back in April 19th and April 12th when we did some testing, and we'd like to continue that today. For those of you that missed what we did yesterday, some of what we do today won't make any sense, and you'll need to go back on YouTube and watch yesterday's webinar. Wes, let's switch the screen over to you, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. Should be able to see my screen now, hopefully.
All right, we are looking at your screen. Now, I'll walk back through just a couple of items to get everybody caught up. We don't have a lot of time today, but we want to get through a bunch of cool stuff. We're going to trade the T6 robot. That's a trend trading robot that we built. It works on the 1-minute chart or the 5-minute chart, but we're going to test the 1-minute chart because that's more enjoyable. And Wes, if you want to pull up the expert properties again, we looked through all of these properties yesterday. Is there anything new from yesterday?
Not on the T6 robot. The one with the reversal arrows, though, has the time filter.
Okay, let's pull that one up then. So we built a couple things into the robot, and a lot of you who already have access to the robot course or who are lifetime members are going to be very excited about this. In a moment's notice yesterday, what we did was we added some things, Wes added some things to the robot. We added a start time. This allows us to more precisely test the robot. Yesterday, what we did was we looked on the 60-minute chart and we looked at objective rules for when we would turn this robot on because we suspected a trend was coming. But we could only do it by date. We couldn't do it by time. And because of that, we could not precisely turn the robot on at the right time, and we were stopping out. Wes added in a start time to the robot, which allows us to precisely say, this is when we want to turn the robot on because this is the exact hour that we would identify that a trend was beginning, and that would allow us to even program that into the robot because it's a rule. Anything else new about that?
No, that's pretty much the only thing. Okay. Other than,
well, send it back to my chart for just my screen for just a moment, and I will show a point in time where we know by objective rules that we want to turn on the robot. I think I've got it on Safari here. Okay, I do. We want to turn the robot on as we did yesterday. We're going to stick with the same dates. That sounds like a good idea. Right here is an RSI 5 setup. We talked about this yesterday. This is Knoxville divergence on the 60-minute chart. This is the precise time that we want to turn the robot on, Wes, and it appears to be at approximately 6 a.m. New York time, which would be 8 a.m. on April 19th on your charts. So we want to run the T6 reversal tab robot on April 19th, sell trades only, starting at 8 a.m. And if we go back to your screen, we can plug in some parameters, and now we can see if we've improved the robot from what we did yesterday to become more profitable.
All right. Sorry, I was just in the middle of adding the time filter to the T6 robot instead as well. But
oh, okay.
okay, so we want to go with sales only, and it was, I'm sorry, what was the date range again?
Okay, we want to start it at 8 a.m. on your charts because your charts are 2 hours ahead of mine.
Okay.
And I think we want to go for 200 points of profit, 200 pips of profit. We want to use a stop loss because this is trend trading and we don't want to get stuck. We're only going to stop out twice at a maximum, and then we're just going to stop. We're not going to use a break even on the trade because break evens blow. Oh, man, I said it. Oh, man.
Oh, man,
Hey,
that
Bill, I
blows.
owe you $5. Okay, and we're going to trade this on the 19th of whatever the 4th month of the year is.
That sounds like April to me. Okay. I think we are
Is everybody having a
good.
good time? Let's see how this goes. If you're a lifetime mastermind or robot member, you're gonna love this. This is a really cool addition. Wes did I mean, sometimes the simplest things make the biggest difference. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay.
Wow. Yeah,
I'll
that
walk
took
everyone back through. Wes, you're just such a brilliant programmer. It's so much fun to do this with you. This is so much fun to do. Okay. I'll walk everyone through what the robot does, and then we can run some more tests. Now the robot, what it does is it asks the user to say, this is when I want you to begin. We can eventually automatically program that element into it. But as of right now, the robot is simply an assistant. We tell it when it starts to run, and then the robot looks for what are called reversal tabs. This was an original element of Knoxville divergence. We don't use them, but I've always said, I have always said we will eventually come back and use these again. We'll cover what the reversal tabs are in a separate webinar, but they simply are points where the market is rolling over and counter trending, meaning price was going up on the British pound New Zealand dollar, and those red arrows designate points in time where we believe the market is turning over and going in the opposite direction. Similar to Knoxville divergence, but these simply appear far more frequently. Because they appear more frequently, we're going to get more trades. And we want more trades when we're trend trading because we have a stop loss. We don't care. We want to have a lot of trades. This robot will continue to take trades as long as every previous position is profitable. So we told the robot, look for trades starting on April 19th at 8 a.m. And it began looking for trades at 8 a.m. As soon as it found a trade, which wasn't until 8:41 a.m., it took the trade. And then just a little while later, it found another trade. It could only open that second trade because the first trade was already profitable. It can't add to a losing position. It can only add to a winning position. And then later on, it found a third reversal tab because the indicators lined up. And it took a third position because both of the previous trades were profitable. When all three of these trades had cumulatively...
Oh, no, we had a fourth trade.
Oh, we had a fourth trade. When all four trades, excuse me, 5 trades.
No, this is the fourth trade here.
That's so great. I love it when it takes a lot of trades. When all of those trades added together had made 100 pips, the trade closed.
Pips.
The market only had to move. It didn't have to move 100 pips. It actually only had to move, Wes, I don't know, who cares? Doesn't matter. Like 50. But all those trades combined gave it a profit. That is so fantastic.
Yeah, that's about how many pips it moved.
Yeah, it moved about 75.
Yep.
And all the trades combined were able to produce the profit we were looking for. Now, once the robot takes a profitable trade, it shuts off. It stops looking for trades because it got the trend and it won. And we're not playing press your luck on game show television. No whammies. Wes, I'm going to give you another date, and if you send the chart back to me, I will show everyone why we're choosing this. I want to be as open and transparent as possible about this. We specifically yesterday chose a place in time where we thought the robot would fail, so we could build something that would help it succeed. And then that will eventually have consequences itself. But we want to look at every instance that we can. We don't want to just say, oh, we're going to look at some of them and not others. We're going to look at everything. So I'm literally just going back to the previous example of where we would want to take a trade. I'm not looking around for the best opportunities. I'm just concentrating on April, and we're going to look at a lot more of these together. We do this all the time in Mastermind and Lifetime webinars, and we'll do a lot more of this. So if you're a Lifetime member or Mastermind member, you're going to see a ton of this in the next, I don't know, 30 days. Wes, we want to concentrate now on this area right here on my chart. We see the RSI 5 built by Andrew Palladino is showing 5 time frames overbought. That's great. Then we show a Knoxville divergence line that ends at 9 a.m. on the 12th of April, which for you on your charts would be 11 a.m. on the 12th of April. So if we could move to the 12th of April on your charts and go back to your screen, let's test the same. Let's do another test. And now let's get a little crazy. Let's do something absolutely ridiculous.
I like being ridiculous.
Let's change the trade size. So we're going to start it at 11 a.m., just like I said. And let's go with full, let's go, I don't know. Let's go. Can we go a full standard lot, or are we going to run out of margin?
$10,000 account, a full standard lot. Well, no, we shouldn't run out of margin.
Let's just do it. Who cares?
Yeah, it'll be good times regardless. So.
And let's leave everything else the same. I like the way this is. I love this robot. I am so excited. We can even program the other elements into this, which I'm really looking forward to. Once Wes gets the handle on that multi-time frame checking of other charts, we can really let this thing rip.
Yeah. There we go. 12th of April, and 11 a.m. was right here. It's right there. Yeah, close enough. So that's when I started looking for the trade.
Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
Nice.
Open 2 trades this time.
All right, we'll walk through exactly what's going on here, one step at a time, which is going to be the new sitcom starring Wes and I, and all we do is like backtesting and we make jokes. And
yeah, better than watching us walk up steps. So first thing we wanted to look for was 11 a.m. because, like you had shown on your chart, the RSI 5 had lined up, and there was a Knoxville divergence set up. And so after 11 a.m., I started looking for reversal tabs or reversal arrows. And the first reversal arrow was here. Zoom in on that just a little bit. So there's the first reversal arrow that printed. So we had our first trade there.
And we ignore all the other green things on the chart because those are going in the opposite direction, and we have a single-minded focus on selling, not buying.
Right. And then the second reversal arrow was here, and the first trade was in profit. So that's what we're looking for, is for the first trade to be profitable, and another reversal arrow to print. Now, we did have a couple of reversal arrows here, but this second trade was not in profit at the point that they opened, or that they printed. So there were no trades here. And then further down, both trades equaled 200 pips of profit. So yeah, it took profit right there and made uh, what $1,458 profit.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that does sound
Um,
pretty good.
thanks, Wes, for all the work you did on this robot. Would you mind uploading this reversal tab version of the robot and this today's video into the robots course in the bottom of the screen, the older robots section or whatever we call it?
Sure can.
So if you're a robot member, which you can find at robbooker.com, or you're a lifetime member or a mastermind member, you already have access to that course. You should go there right now and you should download that robot because it's friggin' amazing. And I really appreciate all that you do, Wes. It is so much fun to do this back testing. I love this so much.
It does rock and it does not blow.
Thanks for being here, everybody. I love you all. Have the best day ever. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye for now.